introduction, this session will tell you everything you need to know about them, whether you're simply curious or just getting started, or looking to discuss it with our expert NFT artist, Gingerpotter. So now, Miriam Najm, the floor is yours.
Hey everyone, my name is Miriam Najm. I have been a JCI member since 2020 and I work in marketing as a client account manager. Basically, I'm going to be your moderator for this panel. Thank you for joining us for one of the final discussions for this convention, and I appreciate your attention after having a food coma. So basically, this panel is inspired by the goals that JCI Lebanon is working on. Firstly, SDG 9, which is Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure, and SDG 4, Quality Education, that aims to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education to promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. These goals are part of the 2030 UN Agenda for Sustainable Development. And now I would like to introduce you to our panelists. Joining us for this panel is Ralph Khoury, mostly known as Gingerpotter, for his ginger hair and his circular glasses. His art consists of illustrations, animations, oil paintings, and doodles, portraying different ideas relating to the struggles of individuals, current events, and things going on in our country and the human experience. He has sold out multiple collections and exhibited all around the world, and he aims to keep on evolving, turning the ideas in his head into things that people can see, feel, and experience in their day-to-day life. During this panel, we will get to know what NFTs are, how it all works, and Ralph's experience with the art and the metaverse.
Thank you for having me.
So, may I ask you to briefly introduce yourself and what you are currently working on?
Ziada على introduction you just did. I am an artist. I've been, my background is interior architecture, but I've been drawing and doing art since I was a kid. But like 4 years ago, I decided to take it more seriously. So every week I would just like portray what I was going through that week, more or less, with my artworks. وبلاش مثلا قررت أخذ القرار. I left my job and everything, and I will start posting every week an artwork on Instagram. So those artworks resonated a lot with like a lot of people. When I started going my Instagram, I grew it to around 40k followers. By the end of it, إنه بيطلع freelance jobs وهيك بس at some point لاحظت إنه I need to make a living out of it. Instead of بس جمع likes and actually make money out of it. Since why NFTs has been like this natural transition for me. Built Futfia because it's the thing that I was looking for, basically, to monetize my work and خلاص live as an artist and all that. So what was the second part?
Okay, well, what basically you're working on right now?
Right now I'm working, I actually got accepted to like the most exclusive NFT gallery in the world. It's now super rare. And I'm currently working on my paintings because prior to that I was just putting up my illustrations, my digital art. I'm going to start putting my paintings out and showcase one of them on this new gallery. I'm working with a VR company turning my NFTs and illustrations into VR experiences. But like my first collection is not the Watcher. So it's the same character, but he's surrounded by different atmospheres, different atmospheres and settings, I should say. Each one, when a collector buys the artwork, they have the option to I collaborated with a company called Altered Realities, where the collector of this watcher can go to this company and they will get 50% off to create this artwork into a VR experience, so they can experience the character, the setting, everything in real life just by wearing the goggles. So, working on that right now as well.
Wow, that's so interesting. Okay. If we were to start from the very beginning, like you told me you were doing mostly painting as a hobby before turning it into...
Yeah, like 5 years ago, yeah.
How did you go into NFTs? What are they and how are they made?
The whole thing is, it's not really complicated on how you can make an because it's just like uploading something on Instagram, but you upload it on a website where it's available to be sold. So that's it. And people can go and buy it with cryptocurrency, which is Ethereum, the main one. But Kamena, you can buy it with fiat, as in like actual money with your credit card. But this is an option that is relatively new compared to crypto. That's why you see like NFTs intrinsically connected with cryptocurrency. But they don't have to be connected. You can buy with your credit card. مش بلبنان بلبنان ممنوع مثل كثير اشياء لا ما مشتاقين the actual wave, technological wave وهيك. But hopefully we're trying to change that. We're talking with the government to try to like مش legalize بس allow cryptocurrency بالبلد. بس what was
how is it made?
how it's made. So that's it basically. It doesn't have to just be digital. It can be paintings, just like I said right now. It can be paintings, animations, photography, music, anything really. If you can find a collector for it that is willing to buy it, you can put it as an NFT. So NFT is just like a term. It's non-fungible token. So like non-fungible token is something that you can't exchange it with something else. But I know if you have $100, you can exchange it with two $50 bills. That's fungible. That's not fungible, and if you have a painting, you can't exchange it with another painting because there are different. The value to it is not just because of its price, because of its time, the emotional value to it, the meaning behind it, and all that. So you can't exchange it with like another painting that is different. But that's the whole thing. As an NFT, you can just put an artwork on the website. I'm currently working with like marketplace. There are multiple marketplaces where you can put an NFT. OpenSea, although they banned Lebanon, but you can't really use it without the risk of getting deleted there. Fee Foundation, Fee Super, Fee the company that I'm working with right now in the Oasis X, they're based in Dubai, they're also a marketplace. And you just apply to be on the marketplace, you pay a one-time fee that averages between $4 to $20. And then you can put up as many artworks without paying anything at all. So they're also for businesses something called Launch X, where basically you can create like 10,000 but I know 10,000 PFP project. It's more business oriented than art oriented. So for businesses there's an option as well, and for artists there's an option as well. So yeah.
Well, NFTs have been around for a long time now, since 2014.
Yeah.
So what do you think made them gain popularity now at this time?
Because of the accessibility تبعها هلا صاروا عم يطلعوا بس market places like OpenSea I think the thing really sparked it with the People sale. If you know about the People sale, basically he sold an artwork from Christie's for like I'm not sure how much, but like millions of dollars. That was like, I feel like a lot of people got into NFT because of that sale. They saw that there is actual potential money out there in this technology. I think أكتر شيء العالم كانوا عم يترددوا إنه يفوتوا فيها it's because of cryptocurrency and they didn't understand it and why would I buy a JPEG when I can just right click and save it and all that. But slowly around 2019 بلشوا العالم يفوتوا فيها أكتر صاروا يفهموا exactly what it is. I see like anyone really خصوصا بلبنان after كل شيء قطعنا فيه وهيك يعرفوا مين فت عليها because I felt like it's the best way to be able to make a good living from selling my art because as an artist you're not really appreciated as just like a regular employee community. You don't get paid how much you deserve to be paid. But this was my way out for me. But for others, they see the potential of it. There's so many things you can build in this world. You can let your creativity flourish there. Architects on Futalea to create insane architectures that are not limited by the physical realm in any way, or budgets in any way. They just go and create. Artists you're meeting with collectors all over the world, and I'm collected all over the world. Instead of just being limited by the niche of art enthusiasts for men that might appreciate my art, I've grown this audience to like a worldwide audience, and I can find my niche that is much bigger, much easier through NFTs. But I feel like all of these things together mixed and more like I said, the first part was people, and then people started coming in more and more, and crypto was going up, and yeah, they've been seeing all of this money in this space.
Do you think that what you expected from NFTs was reflected in the results that you got?
I didn't know what I was expecting really. I thought I was just gonna, because it was so alien to me, it was so, I couldn't understand it. Why would someone buy a JPEG and all that? But like, eventually I knew why. It protects you. A lot of other things that it's so easy to buy and all that. But when I came in, I just wanted to make one sale to see if people are interested worldwide. And I did make that sale, and then I made another sale and all that. And I actually, what I achieved in that year, I couldn't have expected it because it's so much things I never expected I could have done. I've shown my work all around the world. I've been followed by like these big celebrities that not in a million years I would think that they would follow me on Twitter. And spoke with celebrities as well, because on Twitter Spaces you're connected with all of these people that you would never be connected with in real life. I know it's really insane. I could have never imagined all of these things that have happened. We're basically making a living out of it. I mean, like we did an NFT exhibition, NFTLB, a few months ago in Silicon Square. That was a huge success. I always wanted to do like a huge exhibition like that. I wouldn't have started up doing that before going into NFTs. I was more small scale and all that, but now I found the connections through this technology. So it's been very beneficial and very helpful for me. So that's why I try to get more artists into it. You don't have to get into it, but it is a way to like find a new audience, to find new connections, to showcase your art on a worldwide scale without going through galleries and being forced to like just breaking through those gatekeepers that are galleries. You just put something on social media, and if people like it, they will share it. That's it.
Do you think that any graphic designer or artist can go into it, or does it have to be something? Do you have to have a certain characteristic?
Certain characteristic. I feel like if you're a good artist, it seems that. Okay. So yeah, just like any artist, they can get into it. Any graphic designer, anyone, they can try their luck. They can put up artworks. Like I said, the worst case scenario is you lose like an average maximum $20 because it's a one-time fee. After that, you put up your artworks, and if someone buys just one, you already recovered that initial fee that you put. And after that, you just keep on putting artworks and see if they sell. The most difficult part of NFTs is marketing, I would say. So you have to like showcase yourself. You need to, just like any artist, you need to like show people that you're there, that your art is there. Of course, if the art is great as well, that will help immensely. But also you have to like be slightly loud, talk about yourself, because there is this, I don't know if you know about Twitter Spaces, but okay.
I don't know anything about Twitter.
Last year I was the same, but like you have to go on Twitter because most of the collectors are on Twitter. But there is this Clubhouse, Twitter Spaces, where you go in spaces and just like we're talking right now, but it could have been like on a phone. Basically, I'm sitting in my room just talking to like people from all over the world and telling them about me, what I do, and all that. So So it's a mix of like being good at what you do and marketing yourself, talking about yourself, letting people know that the art exists for people to go and buy it. So yeah, I would say anyone can get into it, but they have to have this mindset of not just like جلب حظي حطهم على الويب سايت وبنسى أمرهم و someday someone will see them and buy them. If you wanna you can do that, but if you wanna like make it a career, you have to be proactive and go and talk about it, market it, and just like any business, يعني really. Fine.
Okay, and do you have to use certain tools or?
Certain tools as in what? On social media?
Let's say for graphic design, does it matter if you use a program or another, or
No,
what matters
no.
is just the art?
I just use, I draw on paper my illustrations and put them through Photoshop just to like assemble all, because each chapter of my artwork is more each part of my artwork I draw it on a piece of paper, and I scan them, I put them on Photoshop to assemble the whole artwork together, and then I color it in, and that's it, I just put it out there. But like I said, Kamena, I could do like paintings, I don't have to take it through anything. بس باخد الصورة, I can just put it on the website. For musicians, they don't use graphic design tools and all that.
Is it true that NFTs cannot be copied?
Yeah, they can't be copied. You can copy it just like anything else, but the thing is, the original will always be traced to the artist that made it. But I know this artist, for example, and I have an Instagram account. I put on my link tree that this is my OpenSea collection. This is my NFT collection. You can go and buy it there. People will go there and buy it. Any other link, that is a scammer. Also, you can see the history of the artwork. So when someone wants to buy one of my paintings, and there's a scammer out there, when they go and see that they know that my artworks have been bought, have been traded, and all that, they can go to the artwork and see the history of where it has been, who bought it, how many times has it been bought, and all that. So a scammer doesn't have this history behind them. So it's much easier to trace than like a painting. When you have a painting, you have it. There's no like details. There's no codes. There's nothing there. So NFTs is easier to trace, to know where it actually came from. So yeah.
Okay, so say I purchase an NFT.
Yeah.
How can I? Where can I display it, or what uses would I have for it?
Okay, so basically, I feel I have an interior design background. So I feel like in the future, a lot of homes are going to have screens, not just as TVs, but like as displays and all that. We're going to start like displaying animations, moving pictures, just like Harry Potter. We go back to the Gingerpotter part, but like the Harry Potter scenes when you see like moving paintings and all that. I feel like that's the future of interior. So you can display them there. And at NFTLB, we did display on screens as well. So like screens, we're surrounded by screens on our phones, everywhere really. You see screens, so you can display your NFTs there. As for the art NFTs, there's no like, there's a thing with NFTs, and that's where the business side of NFTs separates from the art side. Like I said, there's something called PFPs, which are NFTs like, I don't know if you know Bored Apes. Yeah, so like these collections are not art-based. These collections are community-based, and they're based on this idea that you're like buying a share into a brand. So these NFTs come with utility. So when you buy one of these NFTs, you have access to a certain community, to certain events that they do that are exclusive to the people in that community, and they give certain perks like merchandise, and if the owners of the project know what they're doing, the value of these NFTs will grow and grow and grow. Just like a company that knows what it's doing, and its share value will grow and grow and grow. So if you have a share in that, it will be good. From the artist standpoint, just like any painting, an artist sells it, and the collector buys it because they believe in this artist, because they believe that the value will keep on growing, they like the work and all that. So that's an artist, when they come into the space, they don't have to put more utility than that, because they're selling their art, they're not selling a utility, unlike this PFP project. So, but for me, for example, I just said if you go to like this VR company, you get a 50% off. So that's a utility I can offer. An artist can still offer these things within their means, but they don't have to. But like graphic projects, they're made for these things more or less. So that's how you can use them.
So I like that you discussed having.
Oh yeah, that's one of my paintings. Yeah, we can see my first collection. Yeah, that's the Watcher collection. So this was one of the last artworks in that collection. The Watcher blows up, I call it. That's from another collection as well, called Love Stain. And yeah, basically like all of these pieces of the artworks are drawn separately, and then I scan them and put them together and color them in on Photoshop and everything. So that's my profile pic that I use on Twitter. Yeah, thank you. So this is hand-drawn actually, all of it is hand-drawn. Yes, this is all hand-drawn, but with colored pencils. This one, it's called imposter syndrome. I'm sure a lot of people could feel imposter syndrome. Basically, like you feel small, although people see you as like this, surrounded by eyes. Freelance Island, I don't know if anyone's a freelancer here, but like I feel like you just need your bed, a laptop, a piece of paper and some pen, and that's Freelance Island, I guess. Complicated. The idea behind it was like, although physically you're free to go wherever you want, but like mentally there are the things keeping you where you're at. So like you're connected, stuck in place, and all that because of the mental things, like all of the emotional things, family, and all that. I feel like it was based on Lebanon, and a lot of people like are leaving, and I just couldn't do that because there was so many things keeping me here. Although I could have physically go, but like yeah.
Totally different, but also reminded me of Stranger Things.
Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I just watched the first season after the second
That's
season.
spoiler.
Okay. I'm sure everyone knows this one. This was after the explosion, just like the idea of going back to these nights, basically. So yeah. That's one of my paintings. This is what's the exchange rate today. I'm sure everyone can see what I mean by this one. Relate to this one. This is the Watcher again. The Watcher plays a game. A lot of nostalgia on this one. There's Pokemon, Pokeballs, the Game Boy, crystals from Crash Bandicoot, and God of War Blade right there. So yeah.
Is this digital or we always go from?
Yeah, I always go from hand drawn. This is drawn by hand, and then put together. There are some like digital things. So like there's some images that I use off of I download, but I wanted to showcase the game. So like the Game Over Pac-Man up there. That's something that was. So yeah. Thank you. And if you want to check my other artworks, you can see on Gingerpotter21 on Instagram if you want to follow me. So yeah, this is just a sample of the work. Thank you.
Making the switch to full-time,
Yeah.
like being artist full-time, is it sustainable for you financially?
Yes, very sustainable because of NFTs.
So do you think that they play, like what role does it play in our economy today, and what do you think it's going to be in the future to come?
I feel like now artists have more power than ever. They can, they don't have to get taken advantage of like before, because for me, this was my way out instead, out of like this employee 9 to 5 type of thing. So basically I was just creating my work and people were buying it. I feel like there's a lot of advantage for being early. That's why I was able to do that. And eventually it's going to stagnate and because there's going to be so many people and so many color, I guess.
Demand.
Yeah, so much, not demand.
Offer.
Offer, yeah, so like demand is going to be lesser than the offer and all that. So yeah, but basically you have to stand out, just like any artist at the end of the day. You see like paintings go for like millions of dollars. It's because these artists build up themselves, I feel. But I feel like NFTs has, just like everyone that does an artwork or any part of a certain project, because it doesn't have to be limited to just images and all that. It can be a movie, a film, a video. It can become an NFT, and all of the credit, all of the parts of this, of everyone, where they worked, what they did, and all that can be traced because all of the information is there. I mean, anything can be paid. And when it comes to like an economy, everything can be an NFT. So like deeds for homes can become an NFT. Contracts will be just NFTs because they're all automatic and all that. When you buy a car, you will get like a receipt, an NFT. So and you will know where there's no like forging these things anymore because all the information will be traced back. So I feel like eventually everything, because everything is going digital, you know. A few years ago, we wouldn't believe like we would spend our lives on this phone. But it's like everything is going digital. All of our images used to be in like albums and all that. Now they're in a tiny app that is there's on our phones in the gallery and all that. So I feel like all of these contracts, all of these things are going to be more automatic, and for NFTs, that's the way to do it. So yeah, a lot of the economy is going to be based on that, I feel. And I wish Lebanon would like start embracing that as well, because this is, I don't know if you see Dubai, what they're doing, but like fully behind it, and like everyone is going there just because of this technology, because all of the opportunities that it's giving. So I also feel like there will be a lot of work for like conceptual artists, conceptual graphic designers. I feel like not just in NFTs, but in general, like everyone wants like nice visuals now. Everyone wants to showcase like nice, something that looks nice, that works in a well-designed way, not just like functionally, but people like to look at it. So, and that's one of the ways it can be made even in, what's the word? I forgot the word in English. بس انه بتصير اكثر I know it will develop even faster and more in a more efficient, that's the word, like, yeah, efficient way, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So what advice would you have to any aspiring NFT makers here or artists?
Basically, when you go into NFTs, it's just part of community. So like you have to go into it wanting to be part of it, and every collector is looking for someone to invest in, and for a collector to invest in someone, you have to show that you're here to stay. So I would advise anyone that wants to get into it, not just get into it for just money, fast money or whatever, and get into it with the mindset that I'm here to stay for the long run. I'm planning to stay in this space as an artist in general for like the rest of my life, more or less. If our collectors see that as someone to invest in and to be part of it, and to just always strive to like growing and being better and like better than yourself than you were a few days ago, and keep on growing. And I feel that's the best way. I also feel like you shouldn't be shy. It's something I struggled with as well. When I started, because you have to talk in spaces, you have to talk with people from all around the world, and you have to get used to that. So you have to market yourself, like I said. So you do that by going on Twitter spaces, and market yourself in that way. Be a great artist, or great in whatever field you want to be in. And keep on growing, more or less, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay, one more thing. So you mentioned that what Dubai is doing right now, it's backing up this field basically. I mean, I think that they get paid really good money for it. So what do you think would happen if in Lebanon we embraced cryptocurrency and basically NFTs and having some like finances coming from this stream of income?
This is it. I feel like a lot of projects are ready to like employ people from Lebanon. This is the way to like make our economy global through cryptocurrency, more or less, by embracing this. Because a lot of freelancers or like artists or like me want to interact with all of these collectors and all of these business owners that just want to like the great talent that they have here to use it and all that. So it's a shame. This is why I say like we should be early, because if we establish ourselves as like the go-to place to like find artists, find people that understand crypto and all that, I feel like it would help a lot with the economy. But I guess there's a lot of other issues in the country to deal with first, but that's what people tell me. But I feel like that's a way that can help. For me, it's been very difficult to be able to buy crypto, so I can do NFTs and to like cash out on my crypto and all that, because there's no way to do it. The banks won't allow me. I have to go on the black market to do all of that. But if it's much easier, people can go into it in a much easier way. They can find different opportunities, and it can bring revenue to the country instead of these artists and people going and living to Dubai to do that.
So, can you show us I know you already showed us your art. Can you show us your favorite NFT?
My favorite NFT of mine or someone else?
Of yours.
Included my favorite painting is
So let's say I'm interested in starting right now.
Yeah.
Okay. What would be the first step?
you need to download a wallet. في Trust Wallet or MetaMask. I use Trust Wallet. Yes, Trust Wallet or MetaMask. Because a wallet is how you interact with any website that utilize NFTs or cryptocurrency.
So there is more than one website.
There's multiple marketplaces, we call them. So there's like OpenSea, there's like Foundation, Super Rare, Oasis X, so many others, and also others that are on other blockchains. So I'm getting a bit diachronic. But basically, okay. So in NFTs, you buy NFTs. You can with like your credit card, but you can also with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is just like normal currency, with dollars, yen, or whatever. We have Ethereum, Tezos, Solana, Cardano, all of these things. The main one that is used to buy NFTs هو Ethereum. بس كمان في Tezos وهيك. ففي different marketplaces, each one working on these different currencies. في marketplaces that have multiple currencies within them. So if Tezos has Object, but Ethereum has OpenSea, has Foundation, has Super Rare, Oasis X,
And they're all trusted.
they're all what?
Trusted.
Yes, few other marketplaces that aren't trusted, but I wouldn't recommend like risking because you're putting your money there. بس that's it. فالوالlet هي to interact with these websites. A wallet is just like a browser, just like Chrome or whatever, but you also store your cryptocurrency on that wallet. But when you connect your wallet to a website, you can start paying because you have crypto in that, you can start paying to buy something, or if you sell something, the money will go to that wallet. This is what the wallet is for, more or less. You need a wallet, you need Twitter or Clubhouse, so you can interact with these people. So you can tell people about your NFTs so they can go and buy them. You need a VPN, I guess, and name, but because some of these apps are limited, like OpenSea, they banned us. You can still go on it, but there is the risk, and they will delete your account mobile through IPs, or I'm not sure how they know with VPN keep you out of this. I know a VPN is good to have in general. I think that's it. ما في شيء ثاني
Okay, and then I just upload my art if I want to sell it.
Yeah, that's
And
that's,
wait, and like like market it basically.
yeah, basically. بس هون بلبنان there's an extra strap. هو عادة when you want to buy cryptocurrency, you just go on Binance. That's another app to download. It's a crypto exchange. بلبنان ممنوع نعمل هالشيء. You go on the black market to do that. The black market is someone that has crypto, you give them cash, and they transfer from their Binance account to your Binance account the cryptocurrency that you need. Usually, these people trade in USDT. USDT is a stable coin that is not volatile like Ethereum, and $1 is always one USDT. But when you get USDT, you can turn them into, you can go and buy the cryptocurrency that you want, which is Ethereum. And after that, you put the Ethereum in the wallet, and then you go on the website, put the artwork, pay the one-time fee, and put as many artworks as you want and all that. Other marketplaces don't have a one-time fee. Each time you put up an artwork on some marketplaces like Foundation, you have to pay a small fee. And there are websites like OSSX and OpenSea that utilize something called lazy minting, which is when you pay a one-time fee to activate your account, and then you can put up as many artworks as you want without paying anything at all. So
I have a question. Is there any sort of group or groups that, I mean, like, did you join any sort of group in Lebanon? Physically, not just in, like, when you meet them on Twitter?
Yeah, basically أنا when I got into it كان في شي 3 أشخاص بلبنان كانوا بيعملوا NFTs. And slowly I started seeing the community growing. فإذا بدنا نعمل meetups on a regular basis. There is multiple groups who that we actually meet up. NFTLB was like a huge version of that meetup. But yeah, from month to month, 2 months or so, every 2 months we do a meetup so we can meet together. So yeah.
Do you think if there was a huge community of NFT makers and you pitched something to show how much this would affect the economy and how much money this would bring into the country, that anything might be able to change in the next couple of years?
I'm sure there would be change. We're working with people that are receptive to the government on like getting crypto. We're talking about وزير finance, Minister of Finance, basically. And he's very into this. He's very interested in actually getting crypto legalized in the country and all that. But we're working with him. We're talking with him. I did a few meetings with him as well. We see the potential. Some people don't because they want to keep us on the Lebanon lira and all that, and like basically keep taking our money. But I think the bigger the community is, the more صرخة تطلع, and eventually it will become. It should be, I feel, a part of the economy. This is why I want us to be early. But then, just like any technology, you can see it always late to the party. So yeah.
So this is your favorite NFT that you made, or which one is this?
This is one of my favorites. I did painting. I haven't yet done it as an NFT, but it's one of my favorite artworks that I've done. I don't know, it's hard to choose. They're like all my babies.
You don't have favorites.
I'm not sure. This is Pina is my favorite. A representation of all of us together having a mystery. Yeah.
I think those are all the questions from my side. Does anyone else have any questions?
Hi.
Hi.
My favorite is the watching his scars.
Watching his what?
Scars. It's a beautiful, but it's not here. Yeah.
You know it? Good.
I wanted to ask two questions. The first one is around, like now this artwork, this NFT is your product.
Yeah.
So as you know, the traditional way of buying art is, for example, through visiting exhibitions.
Yeah.
So whenever the artist is there, he's gonna talk about the piece of art, tell you about the process of it, etc. And so you do reconsider buying it. So how you're differentiating yourself in terms of the customer journey? Because you said that creators or collectors will be interested in your collections,
Yeah.
and then they will buy the product.
Yeah.
So how are you marketing this in a way so you funnel more or work on the customer journey? You know?
Really, I don't look at my artworks or artworks in general as products. Yeah, but like how I market myself, I just go on Twitter every day and like show that I'm there. I feel like people like my art. That's a big thing already. But people buy my art because, like I said, I've been here for the last year and I'm proving day by day that I'm gonna stay here for the long run. People, I guess, like my personality. I don't know why, but like they also like if you. I feel like in these spaces you shouldn't be arrogant. You shouldn't like be this. You should be someone that is likable, more or less. So all of these things together, I feel like is a good thing. Also, like thinking out of the box. For example, like a few months back, I displayed my NFTs on billboards on the highway. I filmed that and put it on Twitter, and a lot of people were impressed. At some point as well, I photoshopped like an image of Square in New York Square. Times Square, Times Square, yeah. I photoshopped all of my watches on all of the screens of Times Square, and there's a collector that saw this image and he was like, "Wow, I love the vision that you're that ambitious and all that." So he ended up buying 2 of my artworks because of that. Huh?
So good.
Yeah. So basically thinking out of the box and being part of galleries, because I am also leveraging the NFT audience that I've made and attention I've gotten through NFTs into like physical galleries and all that. Now galleries in Lebanon, we're actually doing an art school exhibition 7, 8, and 9th of December, and it's all because of all of this attention that we were able to do through NFTs. And I am the curator for that exhibition. I'm talking about that because I was able to build myself up that. Doing interviews about it on TV, all of these things, just like marketing yourself, basically showing people that you're here and you're ready to create and be part of this. So yeah.
Thank you for this. Another question that popped to my mind, I don't know if you have the answer because it's somehow legal question. If, for example, I have a certain piece of art,
Yep.
but it's like we have a certain paper that says that I bought this, it's an original copy of for this artist,
Yep.
and I wanted to transform it into an NFT.
Yep.
Is that doable? Is that legal?
I don't think it is because the IP, the intellectual property still stands with the artist. You just own the physical piece. Maybe if you can collaborate with the artist, maybe if they give you their blessing, of course, but I feel like the IP is with the artist and they can choose to do whatever they want. If they want to do it as an NFT after selling it to you, I feel like ethically they should ask you first as the collector if they can do that. Because as a collector, maybe you feel like you don't want another version of your artwork, of the artwork that you bought out there as an NFT or otherwise. So I feel that when there's this relationship, there should be communication, but the IP I feel is with like the artist. So thank you.
Does anyone else have a question?
Hi.
ثانك يو كثير حلوين الرسومات اللي بترسمهم. هلا اكيد اول ما عرضتوا على NFT لمشتهر اجاك باير يعني.
Yeah.
فيمكن اخذت وقت لهيدا فاول ما اجاك الباير انه يمكن ما كان عندك كثير رسومات. فهل انه مثلا صرت ترسم اكثر لتقدر تبيع اكثر يعني؟
انا انه صار لي 4 سنين برسم على كل جمعه، فصار عندي بورتفوليو كبير، ف I was ready لحط artworks وهيك. فلما صار عم بيطلع لي collectors بلا كان عندي like a big backup of artworks. But the collection اللي كنت عم بيع, which is the Watcher, I was building it up as I was going along, and I started with just 5 artworks. I sold like 2-3 to them, and then I started adding 2, and then another 2. Also around 23. Now there's 23 Watchers. I know you can start a collection like a small thing, and each week add and add and add. or you can finish that collection, which is like 5 or 10, and then go to another collection. After the 23 watchers, I went to like another collection that was 21 artworks. And then after that, 21 animations. بعدين صرت أنا عم بعمل individual artworks لحالهم not part of collections. وهلا my paintings كمان راح يكون في وقت لحالها. You manage yourself, but I feel like you should always have something as a backup to like put out. But to stay active, to show people that you're still doing animation.
عندي سؤال تاني، مثلا إذا الرسمة بيقدر يشتريها كذا حدا ولا مثلا اشتراها خلص صارت إنه مثلا رسمة بتقدر كذا حدا يشتريها؟
في editions basically. An artist can sell. An artist, if they say an artwork is a one of one, they can only sell it once. إذا بيبيعوها بيرجعوا بيحطوها على ويب سايت تاني أو بيرجعوا بيعملوا NFT تاني بذات الإيمج عم تنزع اسمك للارتست. I wouldn't recommend doing that. You could physically do that, but like you're ruining your name. Why do that? It's a risk about it. You can do editions as well. So basically, you can sell one artwork but to multiple people, but it will be like cheaper. The price will be divided onto multiple people. I did that like a few weeks ago. So I did 49 editions of telepheric artwork with like different colors and all that. And 49 people bought this edition. And Same edition, yeah. They were slightly different because there were 4 seasons. بس انه كان في like telepheric احمر representing summer, one blue, one telepheric تبع one blue for winter, one yellow for autumn, one green for there was 16, 16, 16, 1. يعني كلهم سوا بيطلعوا 49. 16 yellow, 16 green, 16 blue, and 1 red. فهيدي الred كانت one of one. The people that collected, they didn't know if they were going to get the red one, which is a one of one, or any of the other editions. But the others, يعني في 16 got yellow, في 16 got green, 16 got blue. هيدي different editions. But you can't do that as well. But when someone buys your NFT, they can resell it. When they resell it, you get a 10% royalty as the artist. For the rest of your life, each resale, you will get 10%. It's a shame to you're building passive income eventually if you keep growing and your name becomes a respected name in this field.
Best of luck, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's it.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Ralph, for sharing your experience and expertise. It's been a pleasure having you.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Very nice to meet you.